Should you supplement with creatine? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Creatine is one of my favorite supplements. I recommend it often, but let me explain to you why I think it's so great. So creatine, when it comes into your body, you take it as a supplement called creatine monohydrate. It gets in your body and it goes in the muscle and becomes creatine phosphate. That phosphate part of it is what's really important for regenerating ATP. And ATP, as you know, is energy. It converts to energy. So why is this something that we want to think about? Well, we can run out of the ability to keep that ATP going, especially in the short anaerobic exercise. So this is where creatine is really important when you're trying to push really hard in the first maybe 30 seconds of an exercise. It's not necessarily so much for the running or long distances, but when you're doing something like lifting weights, trying to get stronger, doing things that are short, and really trying to work on strength, that's where creatine is going to be really helpful to you. And creatine is very well proven in the bodybuilding world. It's been around for decades and decades. People understand it. They understand the safety profile, which is very, very good. There's hardly any downside to it. There's a lot of upside. You get stronger, your muscles get bigger, you have more endurance in that anaerobic phase. And when you exercise like that and you feel like you've gotten that good exercise in, what do? You sleep better, you have better control of metabolics, like glucose control and all those other great things about metabolism that we always try to work on. You're going to have less stress, better mood, all kinds of great downstream effects from this great ability to exercise and keep energy. So another thing, besides just getting those strong muscles, is that when you create strong muscles, what does that do? That downstream is when your muscles contract, they pull on the bones. And pulling on bones, creating that force on the bone, stimulates the bone to grow. Now, as you know, bones are constantly, they're remodeling, they're breaking down, they're building up. It's just a seesaw that happens all the time. But it can go more breakdown or it can go more build up. It depends on the stimulus and depends on the building blocks available and the hormonal milieu as well. So here's where creatine comes in. Creatine there, thinking, it's not totally proven yet, but thinking that it stimulates IGF-1. And IGF-1 is insulin-like growth factor. Growth factor. So what side of that seesaw do you think that's going to be on? It's going to be on growing your bones. So when you're pulling on the bones really strongly with those really strong muscles, and then you have that growth factor in there saying, yes, build bone, build, you're going to get strong muscles and strong bones. Don't we want that? Another potential benefit here with creatine is by the same mechanism with that regenerating the energy, and that happens in neurons. When neurons are not able to keep regenerating energy, they get tired. They don't perform well. You don't get the same cognitive abilities that you have if you have enough creatine and the energetics are working properly. So this has been shown in studies. They're still doing more, but people who are deficient in creatine definitely benefit cognitively when they get a supplement. So who's deficient? I mean, you might think, well, I think I eat well and I feel like I'm pretty healthy. I must have enough creatine. You might be surprised because guess who tends to be deficient in creatine? It's the vegetarians and the vegans, because creatine comes from animals. Now you can synthesize your own small amounts, but in general, it comes more from animal meat and some from dairy. So if you are vegetarian or vegan, you're most likely going to benefit from creatine supplementation. I'm an omnivore. I still take creatine because I am trying to get my bones and my muscles stronger. I'm actively working on this. So I want all the benefits. I want to be able to know that when I'm lifting those weights and I'm trying to get my muscles to be stronger, I'm getting all the building blocks that I need. I'm getting all the energy going through and regenerating ATP as much as I can. So I'm getting the most benefit out of my effort. What's the dosage? If you are just a standard person and you're just going to take the regular dose, that's 5 grams a day. Some people want to go in that loading dose territory. They want to really build up really, really quickly. That's going to be 20 grams a day, but you don't need to do that because that's the place where you could get some GI distress. And that's pretty much the only side effect anyone has seen from creatine is maybe you get a little upset stomach or GI if you get too much in there. So just take 5 grams. It's simple. It's very inexpensive, very easy to find. A lot of manufacturers. It's a little white powder. You just put it in smoothies or yogurt or even just water. I mean, I stirred it into a glass of water and down the hatch. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not great, but yeah, you could get it done. So that's my suggestion. If you want strong muscles, you want strong bones, you want a fast, quick brain, and you want to age really well and have a lot of fun in your life, creatine is your friend. All right. If you learned something, hit like. If you feel like one of your friends can learn from this, share it. If you want to hear more from me, subscribe, hit the subscribe bell. I would love to have you on my list. I would love to be able to talk to you some more. And please leave a comment below. What do you think? Are you game to try creatine? Are you already doing creatine? What is your experience with creatine, working out, muscles, bones, all that good stuff? We want to get the conversation going. Okay, thanks so much for your time. See you again soon.